George and Val have been married for 47 years, but George can't remember. The results of a viral infection caused George's brain to become inflamed, a condition called encephalitis that frequently causes severe memory loss. Since his illness, George has developed a passion for classical music.
Yeah, it'll be okay. It's a little bit off-centre, but it's fine.
Unlike people suffering dementia or Alzheimer's, George's memory disappeared almost overnight.
I can't even remember what it's like to remember.
We went with George and Val to one of their favourite places. They've been coming here since they were teenagers, but George can't remember. Val's hoping this visit will jog old memories or even create new memories of being here today.
Well, I don't remember life before.
No.
I've always said to you, as I've said to a lot of people, I'm not going to wake up on the 1st of January 2004 and say, oh, God, Jesus, look here, I'm back. Look at this, Val. Wouldn't it be nice if, you know, for just a short time, I could have that ability back, just to compare.
Ah, but you'd want it all the time because it's so good, isn't it?
At least you wouldn't, you know, that I would know.
Yeah.
But.
And then you wouldn't mind if it were taken away from you again. Is that what you're saying?
Well, possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So how many years have you been married then?
47 in October. 47 years. Childhood sweethearts, weren't we?
Yeah, if you say so. Oh, I'm sure we were. Yes.
I think we must have been.
I'm sure we were. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm.
George and Val are excited that some technical help developed especially for people just like George is available.
I've put down the days.
They're applying for a special pager that will help remind him of the everyday things he needs to do.
People can use the pager to be reminded about almost anything. Perhaps the most common message would be to do with taking medication, but it could be reminding for appointments as one-offs, or it could be regular things like preparing for meals. With things like diaries and notebooks, they have the information, but they don't beep or they don't jump at you and say, do this now. So often people need an active prompt. And again, things like the electronic organisers, the palms, and those sorts of things can do those sorts of things, but again, they're often slightly off-putting, they're a bit complicated to learn how to use. So this sort of has the advantage of being very simple to get your head around and to understand how to operate it.
Just have a look.
George and Val are working out exactly what they want the pager to remind George to do every day.
When to buy the toiletries.
Changing underwear, changing socks, put my
simple.
shoes on before I go out, to remember to take my slippers off, put my shoes on.
What are your hopes for the pager? I mean, what do you hope that it could give you?
Well, part taking the pressure off of Val, and of course helping me, helping to put the bit in that isn't there. The memory bit that isn't there.
Makes you quite emotional, really. Well, it could be such a relief, and it would open up a whole new world. It would give him back some of how I know how he was. I think a lot of the trouble is when you're very close to somebody, you feel sorry for them. This is the trouble. I feel so sorry for him for the things that he's lost. or can't do. So if it gave him back just a small amount of independence, yeah, I'm quite excited. Yeah. Oh. Morning, Postie. Thank you. Thanks very much. Bye.
Is that it?
George,
Yes?
I think this is what you've been waiting for.
Yes? Is this going to be the piece,
Of the jigsaw.
the missing piece?
The pager will remind George of everyday things like from what clothes to wear to paying bills and even returning items to the library.
There it is.
To switch on, press that one. You won't make me redundant, will you?
Not quite. Not quite. No.
Do you think you'll remember that you've got a pager? I mean,
Well, I'll try. Absolutely try.
Listen, look. When the pager bleeps, press the green button.
Should CDs be returned to library?
Oh, good. It's wonderful.
There you
See,
are.
it works.
Yeah? Wonderful. It's like Christmas. Just like Christmas. Will I remember? To remember.
To remember.
George is reacting to the pager's prompt. It's reminding him to take some CDs back to the library. Val has also asked him to post a letter.
And you've got the CDs in there, OK? And your letters.
Well, don't worry.
Come on, then. Be careful.
He seems very happy with the pager. Probably the most animated and excited I've seen him.
It is, yeah. And if it's made his world happier, then that's fine. That will make me happier. He'll probably forget that he ever used to ask me the numerous things he used to ask me and think his life has always been with a pager. I'm sure it will be an asset for him.
yeah, it's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you were able to use the pager for a personal message to him, what would your page be? What would you want to say? Sorry. Sorry, Val. Don't stop.
If I were to put a personal message on the pager for George, it would be to say that whatever happened to him and however much he's changed, I do still truly love him for the strong person that he is. And he's always been my best mate, and he always will be. And nothing will ever change that. And we'll see it all through together. But hopefully we'll have a little help from the pager. We'll have a third person in our lives, and it will be fine. And I just look forward that, you know, it will help him immensely.
Can I just say,
Yes?
for me, this is a victory over illness. Having gone through this terrible illness, this is my rewards to get this far and to post a couple of letters. I know it's not a lot, but for me, it's great. To go into the library is another victory. All the little things in life that most of us take for granted. For me, it was a fight, one hell of a fight. But I conquered it.